from the shelves during a sweltering Kentucky summer. She sighed and put the baby's cellophane-screened box into a shopping basket, resigned to it as an enemy of progress. Baby Alive was a brand new toy, and it would be at least another season before Hasbro created the doll's dark-skinned version. I imagine my mom tried not to think about her baby girl, a portrait of a young mammy, learning to wipe fake poo from the baby doll's bare pink bottom. Okay, she said, sucking in through her teeth. When the American Girl catalog came, I would circle everything I assumed I'd need for my new life as the owner of an elite playmate, and my sister followed along. Unlike me, she barely asked for anything, living instead inside other people's happinesses. The joy my father got from bringing home the Yamaha synthesizer, or the glee I took from the elaborate musical numbers I'd staged to songs programmed in the keyboard's demo buttons, remixing the lyrics to the Disney song The Girls on Minnie Street to the tune of Shocking Blue's Venus. My sister would rather have gone fishing or collected rocks. I was better suited for consumerism. I had a want in me that could only be filled by the possibility of toys. It was difficult to tell if my sister was as excited about the dolls as I was, or if it was an extension of how she loved the things other people in the family loved. But the dolls soon co-opted the time we'd previously spent rehearsing scenes from The Phantom of the Opera or The Little Mermaid, the soundtracks blaring in the background. We silenced the CD player to consider which American Girl we wanted to be. We decided my sister was Molly, the plucky tomboy with a stubborn streak. I fancied myself a Samantha, austere, pinafored, and stockinged. In fact, there are quite a few photos from my early childhood in which I dressed in Edwardian frocks, petticoats, and white gloves. I begged my mother to sew my sister and me matching Victorian sleeping lappet caps and nightgowns, which she did. I dreamed of having a kerosene lamp so I could read by the flicker of candlelight, like the one in Samantha's nighttime necessities kit from the catalog, to which my mother said no. I forsook the dream of an end to electric lighting, but I didn't give up my pursuit of an American Girl. I attempted subterfuge, inserting copies of the books into the pile my mother read to my sister at bedtime, as if there was no story more important to a first grader than, say, a Swedish immigrant surviving her dangerous cross-Atlantic voyage. My sister would wholeheartedly agree that she wanted my mother to reread the story, I am sure now, just to please me. Although she would have preferred reading any other book, any book that prominently featured a bunny. Gradually, my mother's resolve against the American Girls weakened. I would catch her browsing the catalog late at night, putting aside her knitting to pore through pages of photos of dolls sitting in the serene glow of a fake fireplace inside a cardboard log cabin. She confessed to us that, when it came to the dolls, she was confused. My mother didn't see her two small girls represented in any of the images that composed the catalog. I, however, didn't understand what was taking her so long to hop on the John Philip Sousa bandwagon of American history. At the time, I was becoming a white supremacist. To be clear, I wasn't out defending statues of Robert E. Lee with tiki torches, but when we associate white supremacy only with extremism, we miss the point. My defense was neither intentional nor malicious. White supremacy, the belief in white migration and white ideologies, and the very existence of whiteness as the benchmark for greatness, is the majority narrative. And it was all I knew. Even if I didn't understand this as a child, I bought stock in the idea that what made America, America, was all things white. It is in our history books. It is in our media. It was the primary message of the American Girl franchise. Driving a carpool of me and several friends home from school one day, my mother overheard me say to the other girls that America should abolish the welfare system. I was 9.